Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what's out there. And wow, guys, you just keep building and building all these wonderful creations. It's just there's so many. It gets even hard to pick, like from one week to the next, because there's more than I can really show in one video. But anyway, with all that being said, the very first creation here today is appropriate for this particular planet setting that I'm on, and this is the UNSC Silent Winter by filbertfarmer. And this is a cool looking craft, I gotta say. I don't know what it is about it. It's just got a really cool stance and profile to it, in my opinion. Yeah. It is interesting. It's got some features that obviously are kind of like some kind of flying aircraft of some origin, but it also has like some other features going on that kind of make it a little bit like a little dragon features on it. Like if you take a look at this really cool looking bridge area or cockpit area, it's got this block work kind of right behind it, kind of representing almost like some scales or something like that. I thought that was a really cool trait to it. And I also love this. I love how the thrusters are mounted. The reverse thrusters, those big thruster pods right there. That looks really cool too. And the wings over here, that's neat too. I like this little slope down at the wingtips here, using some pretty tricky little blockwork stuff going on there. Some of those thin block kind of they actually remind me of like individual polygons. That's what I kind of nickname them in my head, at least. The polygon block basically it's just a triangle. So that is really cool as well. Yeah, this is a cool looking craft, I gotta say. This is pretty interesting down over here too. Everything's nicely detailed everywhere. Kind of just expecting that at this point. It's just everything's kind of tweaked out, different texturing going on. And this is a pretty interesting block formation here too. It's kind of like some big landing gears, or like I don't know if they kind of meant to represent like talons or something like that. Like the feet. But it also has legit landing gear over here as well. So, and we got some our strafing thrusters over there. It looks like this one's using some big thrusters on it too. So I think, yeah, we're looking at Excels. Is that an Excel? No, I don't think that one is. Those other ones are over there though. Yeah. Wow, look how long this tail is. I didn't even really notice that. So yeah, it's kind of got like this this dragon tail thing going on here too. It's a really interesting looking creation, I gotta say. It's interesting in a very cool way. Like this formation here too, where these big wedge parts are kind of like sticking out over here. That's cool. Looks like we got some embedded sneaky little weapons going on all over the place too. I noticed that it's not trying to show a bunch of guns. There's a lot of retractables that I've been seeing around here, and some kind of tucked away launchers in places too. And this top part's pretty interesting as well. This is it reminds me of an AWACS plane, something like a surveillance intelligence type gathering aircraft, usually a fairly decent sized aircraft, and they have a big dish on it, kind of on the top side like this. And in there obviously is a whole bunch of sophisticated radars and instruments and things like that, just keeping it out of harm's way from the weather and stuff like that. But that's a pretty cool looking feature there too. And I'm just noticing this feature here. This is pretty interesting too. Yeah, it's like I don't know exactly what that is. It kind of looks like a little wing or something. I don't know, but it's cool. It's cool. That is pretty interesting. Anyway, yeah, I gotta hand it to you. This is a really cool looking, very creative creation, definitely. Well, anyway, let's get in this puppy and see what's going on in here. So we got this very interesting looking hangar door opening on the back side here too, with this kind of almost this cage kind of thing that where you fly into when you get into the hangar right on the top side of the tail. That's pretty interesting too. Here, let me lower the lighting. I'm hoping this planet does all right on nighttime lighting. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really tried it. I just thought the planet looked pretty cool, and it was fitting for the first creation at least. Yeah, nice looking hangar, very clean. Looks like nice displays for different parts. Looks like we've got some open banks over here. It looks like those are kind of intended to hold some medium shield parts, if I were to guess at their size. We got a gravity generator up there. Even this this roundy blockwork thing on the side of it, which looks pretty cool too. You can kind of see it through the glass. That actually looks really neat. And you just kind of see part of it over there, and it almost looks like it's another ship piece of some origin, but I believe it's just 4 of the round blocks and that deco part on the front. But that looks really cool. It's through the glass, and actually there's like a little room up there. I'll have to make my way that direction at some point. This is pretty cool too, how this is inset into the wall here, but it's got kind of this flat matte texture over the center area, which actually looks pretty neat in conjunction with the more shiny textures around it. Well, a little bit shiny. It's a nice look. It definitely is. So let's see. This is just a regular corridor, and then it looks like we're walking through the center of the ship here. Nice looking hallway area. I like all the labeling on the door here. So ODST pod. So this is again a Halo inspired creation, I do believe. I'm not Halo is one of those things. I played the first 2 games, but I'm not super familiar with the lure in Halo at all. I just kind of shot things up and kind of did the course. But yeah, this is really cool. I love the LCDs on all the doors too, and kind of know where I'm going to go. So I guess I'm going to start here. We're going to start with the port ODST pods here. It looks like you could put in a lock code on these doors too. It's kind of the LCD set up for that. Yeah, really sharp. A lot of detail. A lot of cool looking block work. I like these. The room, like the framing and the indentation in the ceiling. Oh yeah, and it actually goes up another floor on the ceiling there. And this looks pretty crazy interesting on what's going on down this corridor here too. Oh, okay, this is access to, it looks like, to place a bunch of medium shield parts. But is this the same area I've seen through the hangar? It is. It's just on the other side of that glass. That's a nice looking setup for the shield parts. I definitely dig that. And yeah, and then we got our port over here, I believe. That's cool. I don't think this opens up or anything. I just think that's more for looks, but that is slick. I love these round hallways like that too. That's interesting look. There's a lot going on in here. Let's go up the ladder, see what's up here. Oh yeah, this thing's really set up to hold a lot of shield parts, I got to say. So yeah, then you got another one up top here, and then you got a bunch of small shield parts already installed. Ha, that looks great. Mission briefing, 0800, missing pilot in enemy territory. That's cool. That's cool. So I know there's more rooms back there I missed, so I'm going to try to get back to those really soon here. So we got a port elevator, nice kitchen over here. Looks like our main CPU core is right there. And maybe that's it up here. No. Goes down around the other side, so pretty much the same as the other side. Another 4 small shield parts and probably another medium shield part over here. Our gravity generator, which we could see through the hangar window. Yeah, that is very cool. All right, so this didn't continue any further forward that way. So let's go back. Okay, that doesn't go up. What do we got over here? Looks like a kind of a storage control off to the side over here. Yeah, we're back down to that hallway. So we came in there, and okay, so this is Well, it actually looks a little bit different than the other side. Yeah, definitely different than the other side. So another OSD port, or the starboard ODST. I'm sorry, ODST port. Oh, and this has got a little farm in it too, like the lockers around here, the table. Is this how that table always looked, or did someone do some custom LCDs over the top of it? I don't know. A lot of these decorative things have been getting increased on their looks, and for some reason I don't recall this table being so flashy. I've used this table on a couple creations before, but it looks a little fancier, almost like there's some LCD work done to it, but I don't think that is LCD work. I think it's just part of the actual model of the table right now. We have our main shield and our pentaxi tank over here. Nice little alcove for this equipment. So yeah, definitely very different on both sides of the ship here. And let's get back in here. And we're back to our main corridor. Let's go up to the crew quarters on this side here for now. Yep, it certainly looks like a crew quarter room. Got our facilities over in the corner there, and some bunk beds. Good for 6 people in that area. And this one's definitely fancy. This must be for your officer, captain. Similar layout, but only one nice double bed there. And then we're right up into the bridge here. Yeah, sharp looking bridge too. Like this, I like how it kind of walks up to get up to this this particular area here to look out the windows. I like the glass work here too. Oh, we got a door out the back side up above here too. It's a quick exit. Yes, it is. Nice. So nice quick way in and out of the bridge. Very handy in creations when you're playing in the game. And elevator and hydroponics. Elevator constructor. So wait a minute. I'm okay. Yeah, we were there before. So let's. I thought I went in these rooms, but yeah, it's just yeah. These rooms are actually pretty large on the sides here, so I didn't see all of it. I didn't see this front area. Oh, this is cool. Look at this glass chamber over here. It looks like something, put in somebody that's been exposed to radiation or healing or something like that. That's really cool. Like the light in there too, and the whole idea of the glass structure around there. That is slick. We got a constructor over here. Looks like another storage bay, and looks like potential places for some parts. Alright, so we've been on those sides. Let's walk. This is where we came in, right? Oh no, this is like a different... Oh no, this is a different area of the ship here. Ah, medical bay. You can see the symbol there. Sick bay, yes. Gotta have one of these. This is actually quite important on a CV to have all the specialized medical equipment. If you're breaking your arms and legs and getting some wacky alien viruses, you definitely want one of these in your ship. And fire team barracks. Nice. Oh, look at this. This is a cool looking area. I mean, I know you don't have a lot of block things you can do in such a tight area. I mean, like this is one block, but the presentation here looks really nice. Ah, nice. And our sick bay, and it looks like we get down into this really cool display of a warp drive. Got 2 big thrusters kind of coming in on both sides, which, I mean, it's going to fry me, but if they're on. But that looks so cool. I mean, it looks very, very detailed there. And then you're seeing the center of the warp drive through this glass like that. It looks almost like it's a completely different part. You don't really see the rest of it. You just see that. And if you didn't know that was part of a warp drive, you'd probably be like, "What the heck is that piece?" That's cool as well. Yeah, this whole ship is very, very cool. What is down here? Oh, looks like we got a I heard something open over here. So we got our really cool looking armor locker and our air and typical med bay, and this is kind of an entry point. Okay, so that makes sense. So this is kind of a bottom mount. Well, way to get in the ship from the bottom, which is very handy to have too. Yeah, that's cool. Let me just do a quick run around here, see if I missed any areas of the ship. I think I got okay. So this back area here. Even this room looks cool, and I like the elevation going up the in the hallway section here. We've been there. Yes, this is where we first came in through the hangar, and yeah, it's nicely laid out too. I like the central corridor. All the rooms are kind of off to the sides there, pretty easy to navigate, and then it goes straight up into the bridge. So you're not really having to run around too far to do anything at all. And then you got quick access into the bridge. You got a way in through the hangar, way in through the bottom of the ship, way in through obviously the top of the ship by the bridge there. Yeah, very nice. Well, anyway, let's take a look at some numbers here. Let me get the lights back on here, or the outdoor lighting. So what we got here? So size class 6, unlock level 25. Looks like we've got some pretty good pretty good thruster speeds here. 74 forward, 28 strafing, 64 lift, 67 reverse, 21 down. It's running 16 fuel tanks, 15 oxygen tanks. Got 2 generators. I'm assuming those are the larger generators. Quite a barrage of weaponry on it. 8 advanced laser cannons. There's a lot of sneaky weaponry on this ship, but again, it's not trying to show its guns. It's trying to kind of keep them tucked away to make people think that it's not going to shoot back or something. I don't know. It could be a tactic there. Obviously, it's going to use some estrium and zirconium. It's it's a later game ship here. Taking a look at the CPU, it does look like it's going to need a quantum or auxiliary cores, a couple of those. It's not by a huge margin, but it will need some. And I noticed the ship was initially off when I spawned it, and the author, I'm sure, did that. So if you decided to, if you spawned it in before you upgrade it, he didn't want you to damage generators, which could happen if you're over the CPU and you start flying around and stuff like that. So that makes a lot of sense there too. Let's take a look at the storage here. We got an ammo controller at 320k, actually 2 ammo controllers at 320k. It looks like 2 cargo bays. It's about 350 and 320. Constructor input, that's another like about a 350. And we got some fridges, fuel items. I believe the rest of these would probably be boxes and things like that, I do believe. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quite a bit of storage. I mean, yeah, definitely a focus on ammo storage with 640k total ammo storage. But then beyond that, you got 2 cargo bays, 2 regular cargo bays, and then you've got some other another larger bay as well. So quite a lot of storage, and they're all 320 or bigger on their size. Yeah, very, very cool looking creation. Nice work on this one. Slick looking design there. Again, the UNSC Silent Winter by filbertfarmer. So the next creation here, I might have a little bit of problem saying the very first name of this, but this is a smaller size carrier with a kind of an asymmetrical control tower on it, which I definitely like. And this is the Aragama Enchantress Carrier by Procon Loter. And slick looking design here. I mean, it looks like a really big carrier, but it's not that big. But I think it's gonna be, I mean, for its size and everything, I bet it's gonna have a lot of good usable space in it. And I definitely like this control tower over to the side here. That is definitely slick. It's a good idea actually with the carrier. I don't know why I didn't do that on some of my previous carriers as well, or most of my previous carriers. It just allows you to have a larger flight deck space in one one spot. And I'm noticing that the flight deck's actually made up of a bunch of large solar panels, which is a nice use of space actually with that. So then you can have your big, you take a lot of blocks to fill this in anyway, and now you're putting a usable, functional part in there to generate power for the ship. Nice thinking on that one. Oh, the back looks really nice here too. I like this thruster arrangement. You got a detector right in the middle there, and the red stripe action going on the back. That adds a nice little accent there. Cool looking block work throughout here. I like this little apparatus here, kind of like some tanks going up to the top here with a little control mechanism there. This is pretty slick how this kind of sits up higher on the front too. And you actually have a hangar that's on the front side over here. Nice idea with that as well. All the antenna up here, that's always cool. It gives it that good spacey look. Kind of reminds me of, well, not exactly, but if it go back to like the Aliens movie, some of their ships had a lot of these antennas on the front side of them. Looked pretty slick for sure. That's actually quite tall there too. Quite a few guns around here too. I'm seeing some lower guns. I got some sentry guns off the back over here, and a nice big landing area for you could park a lot of stuff on here. A lot of crafts on the top side. Well, I guess I'm going to come through the hangar and I'll try to end up at the bridge. Do the light thing. Try to keep a little bit of light going on there. It does get kind of dark. Ooh, nice look in here. Yeah, like a lot of detail. All around the hangar here. It looks like we got a lot of parts and things going on soon too. We got some switches all over the place here. We got a couple, well, just two on that side. I love the LCD there and the graphic. That's cool. Kind of looks like a I don't know, a bird head of some origin there. That's cool. I like this. I like this background graphics here. See, his text isn't flickering. Why is it when I try to do like a background, my text like disappears? I don't know. I'm probably doing something wrong. But anyway, the author here got it right. I love this area. Look at the amazing amount of detail that you just see in this one scene alone. I mean, everything from the floor to the ceiling to all the walls to just everything. It's just a lot of detail. This looks pretty slick too. This particular cargo box is actually part of the floor. Yeah, nice use of a cargo box actually. I mean, obviously they hold stuff, but it's actually kind of used as a really cool looking floor piece. And then you got a couple constructors here in the middle. Actually, you can walk right through here too. We got a gravity generator. Looks like O2 up in the ceiling there. Some CPU blocks off the side on that side. Generators, 4 generators in this section here. Nice. Yeah, this looks sharp. This looks really sharp. Like the lighting too. And we got our new amazing looking deconstructor as well. Thank you, Reforge Eden. And it looks like through this window here we got our shield. That's a cool looking display too. I like the it looks neat when, especially when you can kind of see it spinning in there and whatever. And it looks like we can get right into there too. Very cool. Wow. Yeah, this is pretty sharp. So yeah, this is kind of like your hangout place. So you get all your work done over here. You got your constructors. I didn't necessarily see any storage controller openings here. I was kind of looking around for that, but didn't see them here yet. I'm sure it's got storage here somewhere. Obviously the cargo boxes too. So now I was trying to figure out from here, how do I get up to the flight deck area of the ship? Ah, Sneaky door over here. Oh yes, yeah, it is asymmetrical too, so that makes a lot of sense. So this side would go right into the shield, and this side is going to go, I believe, up to the control tower and the flight deck. So we're at 2. Oh, well, and another floor. I wasn't sure if there was another one here. So we got a nice, looks like 36 grow plot farming section here. Another great looking room again. Very consistent with the theme of the rest of the ship. And a medical bay over here. Looks like we got all our specialized medical equipment. Like the little terminal over there too. And a chill out place over here with the bathroom. That's cool. So it looks like we could walk up to the center of the farm here. And we get to our main core, and then we got a couple storage controllers over here. It's like a couple 640s. They're labeled up there too. I'll look at that at the end here. And looks like some upgrade slots for, I don't know, small shield pieces, generators. Actually, maybe generators. 1x3 spots there on either side, it looks like. It's always nice. You never know what a player is going to want to do or customize to a ship, and leaving extra slots for things, especially like for generators and things like that, it's definitely helpful. If a player decided, hey, I want to throw on some really expensive weaponry and this and that, and oh no, I don't have enough power. Where am I going to possibly put a power generator? It's really just nice having some extra slots open for that stuff, even if you don't think you need it. You never know what a person's going to do with the ship when they're playing it, using it in game and customizing it and things. And it's nice to have more spaces to put in stuff. And this room looks like it's really set up for some upgrades here too. You can almost see the placeholders here for looks like some small shield parts. I would guess in those sections. Another CPU block or a CPU core block there. We do have some small shield parts installed on this side. So it kind of gives you an idea. I'm sure it was tailored to make the CPU at whatever the desired range was at release. We'll look at that in a sec here too. We got our warp drive right below here, and it looks like the Pentaxi tank's right on top of that. That's again a very cool looking display for a warp drive. I love to see all the innovation on displaying the parts. That's when you're doing the interior of a ship, that's kind of one of the more fun things to do is when you got to put in these parts anyway, is try to come up with like some kind of display for them. You know what I mean? Like a place that they belong and they look like they should go there, and it looks neat, and it's I think it just adds a lot to a ship. I mean, obviously you could just make a square room and chuck all the parts in there, but it's this looks so much better doing it like this. It takes a lot more work, of course, too, but very nice, very nice. So I'm gonna make my way, if I can find it again, yes, back up to the elevator, and let's go up here. Oh, we got a third deck here. Oh, okay, so now we're out to the flight deck here. Makes sense, and that is right below the bridge. And we're up to 4 here, and oh, look at that sharp looking LCD right as you walk in. Yeah, LCDs impress me. I don't particularly like making them, but I like the results of them. So yeah, I wouldn't mind making them. I think my big hang up is I struggle a lot with the editor on making LCDs, but it's not that bad. It's just it's time consuming. And I wish it had a little bit better editor going on there that could accommodate for more characters per line and things like that. That would be very helpful. But yeah, I love seeing what gets done with this. Really creative idea here. Again, kind of a mission. Yeah, that's cool. And yeah, right up to the bridge that's off to the one side of the ship here. Yeah, slick looking carrier. Not super big either, so I'm kind of curious. Let me get the lights back on here, and let's take a look at some specs. So, size class 3, that's pretty small, actually, yeah, for a carrier type vessel. It is actually fairly small. Looks like the speeds are pretty good on here too. So we got 60 forward, 16 strafing, 18 down, 66 lift, and 20 reverse. 9 hour and 1 minute build time. Pretty light on the resources over here for the most part. It's going to use some estrium and zirconium, but honestly, this stuff isn't all that really hard to get in game. It's not something you're going to find on your starter planet, but it's really not that horribly difficult to get in the game. There are a lot more difficult things to get in the game. So not bad there at all. It's got, looks like defensive armament, which is also makes sense for a carrier. I don't see too many attack carriers. Well, I mean, they're basically meant to deploy a bunch of other smaller ships to do that work. 8 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks, 4 generators. Yeah, pretty low size class. Now this, I'm really curious on the CPU on this. Oh, look at that. That's nice. So yeah, it's man, I wish I could tell you exactly what tier this is. I gotta memorize these numbers a little bit better. Reforge Eden, but it's well below a tier 4. I would say a tier like probably has a basic, couple improves, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I'll have to check that later on, but yeah, it's not going to break the bank there either. And honestly, yeah, it's fairly inexpensive for what it is. Definitely. Not too bad at all. Yeah, 16 optical bridges. That's really not too bad to produce. And yeah, nice ship. Nice kind of a smaller size carrier that kind of looks like a big carrier. Slick looking design there. So the next one here is this little guy over here. Well, it's not that little, but it's just an SV, and they got the small blocks and stuff, and they kind of look a little bit littler. But this is the Merc X5R Chris gunship SV by Bone Dog, and yeah, this is really cool. Merc, yeah, Bone Dog's made another Merc that I believe I have in the collection, and I will try to add this one in there too as another Merc ship here. This looks slick, and it looks like it's got some pretty insane firepower on the front of it here too. Holy smokes! I'm seeing 12 Gatling guns. That is some serious bullets flying there. Can't imagine what it would look like to see 12 Gatling guns firing at the same time. That's a lot of metal flying at you. Yeah, and then we got some miniguns up top here. Cool looking thruster units. Got some big thrust on here too. Look at those. These are some big ones, but I like how that's displayed. They're pretty detailed thrusters anyway, and if you can kind of put them like that, you don't have to have them like inside the interior of the ship. You save a lot of blocks in the process or gain space on the interior. And you're displaying some cool looking detailed parts to start with, so that's kind of a win-win there, really. I like the landing gears on here too. That is a little bit different approach, but those are some cool looking landing gears on the right craft, definitely. Texture lights going on back here. Looks like we got long range radar right off the back as well. Holding a bunch of oxygen tanks, nicely displayed in there. I like this whole setup here. And a bunch of O2 in there. Looks like a fairly high-end SV, I gotta say. And then it's yeah, it's mostly kind of this darker gray, a couple different shades of gray. It looks like, or a few different shades of gray. Kind of seeing like this tone over here. That might actually have a little bit of a blue tint to it in there, and then you got some grays, and you got some texture lights going on, and then you got this other strip which is kind of a brownish orangish color. That's cool. That is very cool. Looks like some beefy strafing thrust here too. I mean, these are some big thrusters, and it's got 2 of them per side. So yeah, I'm expecting some pretty good numbers here on this thing flying around and whatnot. And obviously, it looks like the vast majority of the firepower is right on the front sections here, kind of off to the cockpit area. Nice looking ship, very detailed, very detailed. Yeah, it's like to see this kind of thing. That's really cool. That is really cool. So let's hop in here. Let me do the lighty thing. Nice. So get right in. It looks like we've got CPU core blocks right on the sides there. Oh, I like this glass. Oh, it's got a whole nother deck down there below. Or is that just a place that you can add a part through the, maybe remove the glass? Yeah, I think so. That's cool. That's cool. Unless I'm missing something. Nope. Nope. That's a neat way to do it. So that's a generator upgrade slot, a couple of them down in there, and we've got some other markings here for, maybe that's just for another part there. Then we got a warp drive, food processor, SV food processor, constructor, storage controller, fridge, armor locker, O2, another storage controller, generator right over there. Warp drive below, obviously. Oh, cool. Shield status disengaged. Use supplies. Shield switch on the control panel to turn the shield on or off. Okay. And SCSC. Small shield. Or shield capacitors. I think that's what that means. So that would be for 4 small shield parts here, I do believe. And then right up to the pilot seat here. I like this big thing going on in front of the pilot seat too. And oh, check out that LCD over the top of it. That is really cool as well. I didn't even notice that. I almost, looking in that other part earlier, I was kind of wondering if that was like part of maybe they changed this model for the cockpit there. But no, that's just a custom LCD that kind of goes over the top there. That is cool. That is very nice. Yeah, cool looking SV, definitely. And it looks like it's got some upgrade potential, and it appears fairly beefy stock too. So let's take a look at some numbers here. So 3 hour and 30-minute build time. That's lower than I thought it was going to be. Now, I guess second thought, Gatling guns aren't terribly expensive on CPU, either out the minigun turrets. So this isn't, yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit crazier than this, but it's actually kind of mild. Size class 2, really good thrust power here. 111 forward, 79 strafing, 66 left, 79 reverse, and 13 down. CPU wise, oh look at that. It's I would say this is the tier 4 categories, but it's not used in nor does it require any quantums or auxiliary cores, and has some extra playroom in here too with your CPU. You could probably add a couple of those shield parts right away, or another generator, or generator and shield parts. That's cool. I didn't expect that. I thought this was going to be using quantum cores, quite honestly. I guess it's probably because of that very intimidating looking weapon set up on the front of the ship. I was just like, holy crap, this thing is going to have some firepower. But yeah, it's definitely focused around Gatling guns and miniguns, stock at least. One nice thing about that is you'll have all your, I think the only ammo you would need for that is just your 15 mil. And those are really lightweight. Speaking of that, let's take a look at the storage on here. We've got an ammo controller at 10K and a harvest controller too. Add another 10K. So 20K total storage, 10 of it for ammo. Man, you can hold a lot of 15 mil rounds, but you know what? With 12 Gatling guns firing at once, you'd probably actually go through a lot of 15 mil rounds as well. But that actually would... I'm curious on how effective that would be versus like other types of weapons. I mean, this is just a lot of... These aren't the strongest weapons, but it's a lot of them. That just I imagine that would do quite a lot of damage. Probably not to shields, but to the hulls of things, or shooting at enemy turrets, or things like that. Definitely. A very cool looking ship. Again, this is the Merc X5R Chris gunship SV by Bone Dog. Very nice. I like the oh yeah, now that the lighting's a little bit darker there, you get a better look at the texture lights kind of, not a lot of texture lights, but just enough on the front side there to give it that really cool looking look there. And again, it just looks intimidating with this barrage of, you got the double turrets on the bottom and the top on either side, and then this bank of 6 miniguns per side. That is pretty crazy. I like it. I like it. More, more firepower. Gotta have it. Well, the next creation here, this is the End of Dawn by Artemis Rogue, and this is a pretty interesting looking ship. And I got to give Artemis credit too. I thought the screenshot on this post looked really cool. It almost looked like it was a different game. The whole ship is kind of styled that way. It's kind of brightly colored and a multi-toned colored, and I'm seeing some craziness going on here already. I didn't even notice this before, but I was just kind of like talking about this, and I'm seeing this crazy looking light color flash thing here. Oh, that is cool. So it's, yeah. So all these lights are on a delay timer, and they change colors. So you start with whites, it goes into yellows, reds, orange, all the way across. Oh, that is slick. That is slick. I don't think I've ever seen anything done like that before. That is really neat looking. And this is actually an LCD over here on the side to give it that cool looking like marking there. I don't know. That's the thing. I'm not familiar with all the different sci-fi things, and I don't know if this was inspired by a specific sci-fi or movie or show or cartoon or anything. I really don't know, but it is really cool looking. And I don't think I've ever seen anything colored quite like this before, and it's done really nicely. I mean, look even the launchers and stuff on here. You got the yellow one and the red one, and you got the orange over here, the blacks and the texture lights, and it's a lot of stuff, and it's hard to make that many different things go together and look good, but it was pulled off here quite nicely, actually. Same thing going on with these texture lights over here. I love the color fade between the and how it's doing it, and then, of course, that animated light section on the side there. That's just slick. And knowing the author, the author does build a fair amount of combat-oriented crafts, and I think this one is no exception. Seeing a lot of weaponry on here, and I wouldn't doubt if it's kind of built to have this front end get kind of hammered. And there's probably nothing super important up here besides the some of the launchers that you see up here. Well, man, what's going on in the front here? That's just okay. So that's just some blocks there. Okay. Not sure if those were some sneaky launcher positions here, but it looks like we got some additional launcher positions on the bottom over here as well, and also under the wing over here. And look at that color setup again. Wow. Just something you don't see every day. A very unique looking ship, but really cool looking style on it. This must have took a while to paint and figure out how it was going to look and everything like that. A lot of tweaking it. And we even got some blue up here. Didn't even notice that. I mean, we were pretty much in the reddish, red to yellow range, and then all of a sudden we got some blue over here too. But it sort of fits. That's a weird thing about it. It all sort of fits. Again, that's hard to do with so many different colors on a creation. Yeah, slick looking ship, but look at all these guns. My goodness, this thing is designed to really mess up some Xerox. Definitely. I noticed when I landed it too, it's got I believe just a single landing gear kind of in the center here. I was trying to balance the ship off so it would stay up fairly level, but I believe that is done so it's easy to dock when you're moving it around on another CV. So maybe you can park it in a kind of a out of the way place, or maybe a more specially designed place for it, or just easy to park, I would say, in general. Oh yeah, look at the thruster. I didn't even see that too. There's a big old thruster on the bottom over here, actually in both directions. Or nope, not in the front side. Now the front side's got its reverse thrusters way at the wingtips, which is it's a good place to actually put them if you can. If your ship design allows for such things, it will help with your maneuverability, having your thrusters far away from the center of mass. All right, well, let's do the light thing here. We'll go take a tour in here. I might do a fly through the nose on this one too, because I do believe it is a combat-oriented ship. Nice looking hangar. Not a lot of room in there, but you can definitely park something in here. Again, it's I think it's more designed to blow up enemy CVs and bases and things, and be a carrier. And the shield's kind of right in the top of the ceiling there in the hangar. I like how this elevator blockwork was done. I like the roundness and the black and white general look there. That's cool. So okay, so this just kind of walks around to a bit of a balcony over there, and let's go up one of these rear elevators to start with. Oh, well, check. Yeah, look at this. Oh man, we're outside, aren't we? Holy crap. Yeah, so this is kind of like outside of the ship. That is interesting. Kind of I guess a quick way in. I didn't really see any parts in. Oh, wait a minute. This is pretty insane. Another way in through the back over here. I don't know. This is trippy. This is just trippy. But this is like, yeah, this isn't airtight. This is just kind of like outside of the hull of the ship. Looks like we got a Wi-Fi over there. Interesting. All right, so let's go up the main elevator here. Okay, so we're right up to the balcony there, and let's go to the top here. Looks like we walk into a medical bay and a storage controller right there as well. And yeah, full medical bay, got all the stuff. Looks like quick access again from the outside by the long-range radar. And then right up into the bridge, and you're sitting right next to the core on this one. So yeah, I've heard that as a nice tactic too. If you know, if you're going to get killed in battle, you might as well have it take out your core of your ship so the AI stops shooting at it, and you know, so they won't continue to blow it to smithereens as you're dead trying to get your body. That is the general idea of having the core very close to the pilot seat of a ship. It looks like we've got a sneaky extra layer of glass in here too. You barely see it, but you can kind of see the extra darkness right there. So there's like three heavy glass pieces in front of this glass over here. A little bit of extra first-person protection there. Yeah, this thing just lights up. You know, and another thing, if you're walking around like a carnival or something like that, you might have some rides out there that all light up at night and everything. And this kind of looks like that could kind of fit that profile too. It's just neat. It's neat. And this, I gotta say, that's just slick. The color fade and the timing of the lights is done really, really well. That is one of the best looking timed light fades I've seen. I think probably ever. Honestly, that looks really, really nice. All right. Well, anyway, we got a lot of lights up front here. I'm going to turn on the regular lighting again, and let's take a dive into the nose here. Let me get out the multi-tool. I just want to see what kind of materials we're running again. I know Artemis does a lot of like in-game combat and stuff like that, and these designs are inspired from that in his trials and errors. So it's kind of nice to see what he does on these, because he does a lot of tweaking and theorizing and stuff, trying to make really potent combat ships here. I guess it's a little hard to see what's going on the inside here, but it looks like we have a decoy turret. I kind of expected some decoys as well. It's actually facing down there. Let me turn on my regular light here too. Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to be in this part of the ship. Oh, well, wait a minute. We've got some, looks like some upgrade slots in here too. Interesting. I didn't expect to find that here. looks, I don't know, yeah, it's almost kind of, it's weird. It's almost like there's like little nooks and crannies that if you know the ship, you could like maybe sneak into these areas without like removing a block. Maybe I could actually get through there. I'm in God mode right now, but yeah, it kind of looks like you could, and you could slide down here, and then you could pop in some extra parts. Well, that's just something I did not expect on the inside here, and that's cool. I got like another wall over here. Just looking at some of the materials and whatnot. Oh yeah, look at this more. Oh, I see. There's a slot on the bottom side here. So W. So this would be warp. I gotta assume. So that's a looks like it's the right size. Yeah, for a warp drive. So I didn't even realize that I didn't have a warp drive stock here. If it's got a slot for it there. I got some generators. A generator up top there. This is pretty wild. So this is kind of like, you could actually walk through these areas. That's something else I didn't realize looking at it, that this isn't just like filler blocks. And well, it's kind of like this whole upgrade path that can be done on the inside of here. And you can kind of sneak in through these kind of open corridors that are not very obvious when you're looking at the ship. That is very, very cool. So it looks like it's designed to be mostly lightweight and probably fairly shield dependent with decoys. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Let's take a look at the specs here. So we are a size class 5, unlock level 25. Speeds look pretty good here. 88 forward, 48 strafing, which is nice. 48 lift, 48 reverse, 50 down. Got some weaponry. I don't even know what the heck they are, but they're modulated laser turrets, gammas. Excuse me. Not even sure exactly what that means. 12 artillery cannons on this thing, and then 6 advanced laser cannons and 8 heavy laser turrets. So this thing has got some serious laser weaponry on it, plus a very hard-hitting artillery setup here. So the lasers, I gotta assume, would be primarily to take down the shields, and the artillery cannons, manual fire artillery cannons, would be to do a devastating blow to whatever you're attacking to maybe disable it as quickly as possible with a huge amount of firepower. Nice. 11 hour and 51 minute build time. CPU, it looks like it would need a little bit of extra CPU, but honestly, for the amount of weapons on here, I'm kind of surprised it doesn't need more than what it does. Probably because some of the parts were left off, like the warp drive looked like I had a slot for it, but I don't believe it comes with one of those stock. And then there was other upgrade options and parts and whatnot in there as well. So not bad at all, and you could probably fly it around stock. It's not that far over the CPU, just about 200,000. I don't necessarily think that would do any damage to the generators, just a slightly lower efficiency. Yeah, and I'm curious. Yeah, all these fancy weapons on here, and I don't even know what a modulated laser turret is yet. I gotta play with a lot of this stuff someday. I really do. There's so many different weapons that have been introduced with Reforged Eden, and I'm not familiar with that many of them, honestly, or used them in gameplay at least. Again, the very cool ship. Again, this is the End of Dawn by Artemis Rogue. Nice looking, very creative, combat-oriented ship with styling that I just can't say I've seen anything like it before. It's done very well too. Some really innovative options on there. All right, well, the last creation today here is this Moradin by Willie H, and this is kind of looks like some, I don't know, I don't want to classify what kind of ship this is yet until I get a better idea on it. But I'm seeing a lot of potential upgrade slots already on it, and a really cool hull design. Kind of running that 22.5, these angles down there, and kind of breakups in the middle. I like how all this is done. A lot of detail going on here. mostly in the gray and black, or gray, different shades of gray and black tones on it. Cool looking landing gear here on the front side. With the shock, kind of looks like shock absorbers in there. It's a nice idea there. And it looks like, yeah, a lot of things over here. It looks like this is designed to put in a larger thrusters. So I'm seeing this one as definitely, I believe it was deemed as a starter vessel, actually. And I can see it. I can see it. It looks like it's got a lot of heavy upgrade options, or a lot of good upgrade options for adding bigger thrusters, weaponry. I'd have to see what the W's mean. Probably weapons. And all these look like they could be turret mount positions over here on the sides. And the rear landing gear are the same general style there with the shock absorbers, which is very fitting there. Oh yeah, look at these thruster housings on the back too. Love the shaping of them. Obviously, the author was really trying to keep this tight on CPU, but leaving a lot of room for additional parts. And it's kind of all labeled out here too. Holy smokes, there's a lot of stuff you can put in here. I wonder if there's an LCD indicating all the different upgrades. It looks like it's going to have an immense amount of them, especially with thrusters and weaponry and things like that, and probably generators and who knows what else. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. It looks like the bridge is up top there. Like that. And it looks like we got an artillery position right here, if I were to guess, being the size that it is. And a landing pad over here. No, maybe? I don't know. Oh, yeah, repair bay. Yeah, supposed to be a quick landing pad. I like the railing running around there. That looks really cool. Nice, nice fine detail kind of element to add to a creation there. And yeah, more turret mounts back over here. Again, very cool looking thrusters, and the blockwork's very nicely done. I love these this block formation over here too. The piping and the deco pieces in there. And again, the cool looking kind of armored plating on the side that kind of comes up and kind of indents in places. That is a very cool look. The separation between like these different sections of the ship, these different armored sections here. You got the different pipe work on the inside, like half block style. Does that carry on? Yeah, that's doing it on the front side here too. Yeah, so basically it's like this, you got the ship and you got this armored shell that's kind of going over the ship. And that is always a very cool look. I love to see that done. Alright, well now I got to let's jump in the hangar over here and I'll do the light thing. Alright. Nice looking hangar. Oh yeah, oh my god, yeah. I was like, hey, I wonder if it's got something about upgrades. Yeah, it certainly does, and that is a nice looking upgrade display, I gotta say. Man, you make my pathetic LCDs look pathetic. Yeah, someday I ought to invest some time to try to make something nice like what you did here. This is really, really nice. I like that. It's got all your symbols in there. It tells you all the different parts you can put in here. And obviously, even by looking at the outside of it, I expected a lot of upgrades on here. Refer to the ship map screen for location of different elements. Alright, we're going to have to... Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's slick, man. That is slick. A lot of work. Very cool, though. Very, very, very cool to do this. Yeah, so you got level 0, level 1. The lines showing you like where everything goes to. Oh, that's so nice. It's like you got your owner's manual built in to the ship. Like you almost need like a pamphlet on the side, but it's all displayed on these really cool looking LCDs. Nicely displayed in the hangar like that. I mean, that is really nice. You got to give it to authors that do this kind of thing. It's a lot of work. I mean, this is no joke. This is some time put into this to make this kind of display, and a lot of messing around. And this is a large display too. It is cool, and it's and it's not just deco fluff stuff. It's actually like real stuff, like important information that you'd want to know if you are spawned in the ship. Definitely like that. So over on the side over here, looks like we've got obviously a whole bunch of upgrade slots here. Kind of thinking some. I didn't read the whole sign. I suppose I should have, but it looks like I would have to just guess some medium shield parts here, based on their general size. I like how this walks around this area here too. It's just kind of open architecture. It would be really hard to get lost, even for me in here. But maybe I'll get lost somewhere else in the ship. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, all the upgrade stuff going on. A place for your main shield over there. I'm on floor 0 right now. And obviously your the storage controllers on the sides here. And then we have a warp drive and taxi tank. Looks like a place for additional constructor. Oh, I like this too. So this would probably be for a armor repair, I would guess. I could of course look at the sign right next to me, but I like to guess for some reason. Yeah, constructor or deconstructor probably there. And more storage up on the front side here too. Yeah, this is really cool. Let's check out the sick bay here in the middle. Nice looking sick bay. I love the ceiling, the way the lights are done. And we got all, let's see here, specialized medical equipment there. And the other pieces are up over here. Plus you got some extra neat looking things there. That's cool. Yeah, this table must just have that the LCD as part of it, or that in there. I was just kind of curious. It just looked better than I remember it looking, which is always a good thing. Alright, so how do we get up there? So we came in the hangar here. Do we got an elevator somewhere here? Yes. Oh, duh, I passed it already. Right here, floor 0, so let's go up to floor 1 here. Hydroponics. So we got a farm section as well. Looks like it's on this side, 27 grow plots over there. And this goes up to more places on the ship. I thought that for some reason, I don't know why in my head I thought I was gonna end up at a landing pad there, but nope. We got looks like a bathroom over here. That's all part of the crew quarters area. Mess hall over here. I like the window off the looking out the side here. Very cool. Nice couch. And we got crew quarters on this side. Yeah, these they got it pretty good. They got couches in their crew rooms and a nice room with a view here. Very nice. And we've got CPU core blocks and things like that we can dump over here. I'm only seeing a basic over here right now. And I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill, and think things over. Okay. Yep. So if you're going to blow up your own core or something, it's warning you not to. That's a cool looking display there. I like the sensor LCD that kicks that on there. That's a nice looking idea there, or very cool idea. And we've been over on that side. What's up front here? Okay, that's where we kind of came in, and we had hydroponics on that side, and on this side we've got evil. We got evil on this side. Oh yes, evil room. Generators. The evil generators. Now they will fry you if you get really close to them. So I can definitely see the purpose for that sign there. Looks like I got a couple extra generator slots in here as well. If you're innovative, you could remove these two center pipes here, and you could put in small shield parts there too. That'd be pretty cool. Probably has other locations for them. This has locations for everything. Very well thought out. Alright, so let's go up to the bridge. Oh. Oh, I love these LCDs. I love them. Nice. Oh, yeah, the angle. Oh, yeah, look at that. The Crazy Z keyboard thing is built into the mix there too. Oh, I love these. I love how they sit like that. I mean, I know that's just a 45-degree block on the bottom side of that, but that is a nice look. It'd be a nice looking display screen if you're operating something sitting in these chairs here. In fact, I got to sit in a chair and just operate this thing. Gosh darn, I want to hit buttons on it. That would be, that would be incredible. I'm always a bit of a dreamer when it comes to things you could add into a game, but if you took LCDs a step further yet, and you actually allowed people to put in like buttons that you can actually touch with the mouse when you're looking at an LCD, that would actually link to doing whatever function the button was for, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. It's all possible. It's just it would take some work to get all that in the game, but it is certainly possible. Looking at this little LCD in the corner over here, we got defense mode. So we got kind of like a heads-up LCD, depending on what options are on in here too. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Wow. Well, let's look at some numbers. So we got a 7-hour and 26-minute build time, and we are looking. Wait a minute, I'm not looking at. Am I looking at the right? Yeah. Yeah, we are. For some reason, I want to make sure I was looking at the right ship because they had the same size class as the last ship. All right, 7-hour, 26-minute build time. Doesn't use any estrium or zacosium. Pretty cheap all around that way. 28 fuel tanks, a lot of fuel tanks in this ship. 10 oxygen tanks. The thruster performance is starter-ish, but obviously it's meant to upgrade. And the only reason you're seeing numbers like 2 ms on the strafing and down is because, well, and reverse is they're not upgraded. So it's a little slow to start with, but man, this thing had tons of places to add thrusters and parts, and I believe the CPU stats will reflect on this. Look at this. This is a tier 1 creation here. Wow, I wouldn't, looking at this ship, the way it is, the size, the complexity, and everything, you just wouldn't think this was a tier 1 ship. And you can see that the author removed a lot of big thrusters, a lot of parts to get this number to work. But that is really cool. So you can get it spawned in game fairly easily, and then just upgrade everything on it for quite a while, and just keep on adding more and more performance and things like that. Bring all your buddies. Yeah, very nice ship. I like it. I like it a lot. And this is one of the best looking LCD display things I've seen. I think I think that is a really nice look. I mean, obviously when you're dealing with CV blocks, these things are giant. They're like 8 or 10 foot tall blocks in one thing. But when you put something like this over like a 45-degree block like that, a nice looking frame, and every one of these is different too. And that's just another really cool thing here. I love it. I love it. Anyway, again, this is the, well, hold on. Let's take a look at some storage on you, too. So we got a container controller. That's 32K. Interesting. So it's got a bunch of controllers on here, but they're not 320s. They're 32Ks. Yeah, it looks like all 8 of those are 32K. So I guess you can sort out your stuff a lot better that way. And then we have a ammo controller, which is 320K. That's a miscellaneous boxes, fridges, and other things in there. So interesting. So it would be 8 times 32. So that's basically 320K. Well, I think I got my math wrong. It would be 10 times 32. So anyway, Around 280K storage, but split up between 8 storage controllers and then another 320 for ammo. That's very nice, very nice. So again, this is the Moradin by Willie H. Cool looking ship, and this is, guys, this is a starter ship. I know it doesn't look like a starter ship, but it's a starter ship. A starter ship that you can add a bunch of stuff to. Thrusters, a lot of weapons, repair bays, generators, Ewoks. I just threw that in there, but that is very, very cool. And that is all I've got for today. What a barrage of some really cool and different creative ships here. Different styling on every one of them. Different types of ships. Even the SV there, I know. I'm sorry, Bone Dog, your ship's so small over here. I know it's not even all that small of an SV, but in comparison, it does just look a little small. Poor SVs. They need bigger blocks. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, yeah, a lot of fun. And really awesome creations again, everyone. Check these guys out on the workshop. All the links to these will be in the video description, as well as timestamps to look at these creations individually. If you just want to take a look at one, that's also in the video description. And you all have yourself a great weekend. I will talk to you later.